Hello everyone, my name is Captain Status, and today I'm going to record a video for you that encompasses a little bit of detail for the new game mode under Call of Duty called Warzone. This is a game mode that is the Battle Royale version that everyone had been looking forward to for the better part of 4 months, and today I have a short compiled list of information for you guys that I had yet to find a video on that was all together. So the first thing that I wanted to touch on were the menu settings that you can go through. Controller settings are pretty much hearsay. Everyone has their own little tweaks that they like to make. The only suggestion that I could make for everyone is if you go down to your use reload behavior, if you change that to tap instead of hold, then you'll be able to shave off a couple of milliseconds in battle and you might be able to capitalize on a kill. The next thing that I wanted to touch on were the general video settings that you can change. A couple of things that I don't like in this game. Film grain, I don't know why this is here. It makes it look like you're playing on PS3, so don't even bother having that on. The other two things that I don't like are the world motion blur and the weapon motion blur. These settings make things really hard to see when you're moving, so I don't know why this is here unless you're super realistic and like that type of stuff. The other suggestion that I can make is your mini-map. If you change that to a square, you have a little bit more radius when you're running your UAV, so it might be able to make things happen for you a little bit easier. The other thing that I wanted to touch base on were the class setups that you can use for the loadout drops. So if you have yet to play this game and got yourself into the edit loadout section, then go ahead and play the game until you get yourself in there and level the guns up a little bit, because this is really crucial. So the first thing that you want to do is when you're making your loadouts, make 2 loadouts that are almost identical except for one perk. That's going to be the overkill perk. That's the key. And also keep these at the top so that when you're selecting them from the loadout drop, they're right at the top, easy to pick, so that you don't get picked off standing there in the middle of nowhere by a sniper. So the first setup that you want to go with, obviously the guns are completely up to you. I would obviously suggest using a sniper rifle as one of them so that you could be at distance and not put yourself into danger. But the perks are really important. So the perks that you want to run in this game mode to be able to be completely off the radar are Cold-Blooded and Ghost. So those 2 perks will be able to hide you from any UAVs, heartbeat sensors, anything like that. But you have yet to be able to use Overkill and Ghost. So that's why you need to make 2 classes. So what you're going to do is, yes, this is very expensive, but if you have 2 people or more, then this is a lot easier, is dropping multiple loadout drops. So what this is going to allow you to do is you can pick your first loadout drop with your Overkill perk so that you can have 2 primaries. And then what you're going to want to do is have your buddy or your random teammate drop another loadout drop and have you guys swap, and then you can pick up their loadout drop to your new main loadout that you want to use that has Cold-Blooded and Ghost. And then what you can do from there is just drop your secondary. What doesn't have to be anything in particular, you can just drop it, and then you go back to your weapon that you had dropped and pick up your other secondary. So now you have Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and 2 primaries that are from your actual loadout. So this is going to be able to set you up with a really good chance to be able to advance into the top 10, top 15 scenario. So when you choose your third perk, that's kind of up to you guys. If you look, every section has one perk that has a Warzone only benefit. So this particular one is reduce revive time by 25%. But you can actually get away with not using this perk and running something like Tracker so that you can see your enemies up close. What's going to happen in game is if you use your self revive to about 75% there and then you stop, that bar actually will stay at 75% and then it'll slowly decrease so that your teammate can come over and revive you in like 1 second. So using this third perk when you're playing with a group is kind of useless. But if you want to go for it, it's all up to you. So the other suggestion that I can make is all of your weapons, if you can go ahead and use a monolithic suppressor. Everyone knows the benefits of suppressor, but this is huge in Warzone because it's going to hide you from the enemy so that they cannot see on the map where you're shooting from. Or in some cases, if you're using your sniper rifle, they're not going to know where the hell they got shot from, aside from a general direction of north, south, east, west, what have you. So if you're able to use these, then you're going to give yourself a head up in the game. The other thing that I would strongly suggest, heartbeat sensor. So for those that are not running Cold-Blooded and Ghost, you'll be able to see them, and the heartbeat sensor will locate them within, I believe, 60 meters, and it'll give you the distance and general direction, for where they are. So this would also give you a really, really good chance at being able to capitalize on a win. So obviously getting the loadout drop is one of the first things that you want to do, but after the patch they're, I believe, $8,000, so they're getting pretty expensive. So what you want to do is you want to drop in areas that are high concentration with loadout drops or crates, the loadout drop selector, challenges, contracts, anything like that that's going to allow you to stack up money quickly. Because unfortunately, if you're not able to stack up the money quickly, then you're just going to be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you'll just get picked off in like 2 seconds, because that's how this game goes. So those are some pretty quick things that I have for you as far as game settings and things like that. But when you're in game, obviously when you get a large stack of money, sometimes people don't know what to do with it. So my suggestion is, obviously after you've selected your loadout drop, if you need any armor plates, get the self revive. And as I alluded to that earlier, it allows you to heal yourself up to 75%. Or half, depending on, the scenario that you're in, the time given. And then your teammate can come over and revive you in like a fifth of the time. And then that allows you to keep yourself revived, and you guys can keep doing that throughout the game. But the other thing that is really useful is your UAVs. If you're able to either buy 3 yourself, or if 3 of you, right now there's only solo and triples available. So if 3 UAVs are stacked on top of each other, 1, 2, and 3, it gives you a advanced UAV for almost a minute. So that's a no-brainer. You'll be able to see everyone on the map. You'll be able to see which direction they're facing and how many of them there are. So again, that is huge, especially when you're getting down to the final 2 or 3 circles. The only other thing that I can recommend, I don't know why people do this, stop using ridiculous camos on your characters and guns. I can see you easy enough as it is with the advanced technology that we have these days with 4K monitors and all that stuff. Stop using bright camos on your guns and your characters. I can see you already. If you're going to run a red shirt and a rainbow camo on your gun, I'm going to see you a mile away and you don't stand a chance. So given all that information, if anyone has any suggestions, or if you have any input, please feel free to leave a comment on the video. And if this keeps going in a positive direction, then I'll continue making the videos that I can when I have the time. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.